Good afternoon. So if you're looking over the shopping list and you're wondering what pastry flour is, you're not alone. A lot of students get confused when they see pastry flour, and it's incredibly hard to find at a common grocery store. However, the good news is you can make it yourself by combining AP flour and cake flour. Let me explain. So essentially what we're doing is we're manipulating the protein content of the AP flour by adding in the cake flour, which has a lower protein content. So here on the left, we have our AP flour, 8 ounces, and on the right, we have our cake flour, which is 4 ounces. And we're gonna whisk them together in order to create pastry flour. So with that all done, we have our 12 ounces of pastry flour, and now we're going to put it down so that it is stored. And so here we are, good to go, except we're not quite there yet. There we go, that's a little bit better. You always wanna make sure that you are labeling everything that you put in your pantry so you know what it is. Flour looks like flour, so make life easier for yourself and label everything. So to recap, the equation that you're looking for is 2 parts AP flour to 1 part cake flour equals pastry flour. But we're not limited to only making 12-ounce batches of pastry flour. As long as you have that 2-to-1 ratio, you're good to go. So let's say, for example, if you had a 2-pound bag of AP flour and a 1-pound bag of cake flour, you could sift them together and make 3 pounds of pastry flour and be stocked up for a while. And we could even stretch this out to extremes. If we had 10 pounds of AP flour and 5 pounds of cake, we could make 15 pounds of pastry flour, or even get silly with it. You could make 3 tons of pastry flour as long as you have that much. However, if you're making that much pastry flour, it's probably easier to just order pastry flour directly from a mill. So I hope that explains how to make pastry flour yourself. I highly recommend that you sort of skip the step where you go out and try to find it yourself at the grocery store and just plan to make your own. It's much easier. Once you get out in the industry, distributors will send pastry flour to bakeries directly, but it's incredibly hard to find it at the grocery store, so just make it yourself. All right, and of course, if you have any questions, of course, please don't hesitate to reach out to me or to one of your chef instructors. We'll be happy to help out. Okay, take care and happy baking.